I'm showing the window covering, and it has spaces between the blinds. I used to have that, the white paper over the window itself. Like I taped white paper, like printer paper, onto the window, and it was covering the window glass so that it didn't matter that the blinds, the window covering that's installed, doesn't fully cover the window for me to see out and for somebody else to come up to stand by the window and look in. I just don't want anyone to threaten that they can see through the window if they stand outside the window and threaten to look in. It's true that I don't really need that about anyone by the window. Is God paying for that? Somebody's not doing that, because I know the landlord here is being paid rent, and they recently didn't get paid any rent, and I'm still here. I'm still waiting for their late date, which is July 5th, or the following Monday, to come, and they might come and just tell me to get out because I'm not paying them any rent money and they don't have any need for me to be here. All they have to do is say get out, and I don't live here anymore. That's true. I would leave as the soul. I would not stay here because I need to move the creator around myself. But I don't have banking right now, and I don't have any way to pay another landlord, and I don't have any way to stay outside homeless because I don't have any money for food, and I don't survive out there without food. I need the food. If I don't sleep, I might have no sleep outside homeless, but I don't have food is not possible. I need to have food if I don't have sleep. And I don't have the threatening that I have any money to live outside homeless and have food. So that God is giving death on the landlording, but they're still here. They are still in the office and coming around the front door here about that I didn't pay the rent money that was last month. And now it's July of 2025. I think today's July 2nd. And I don't have karma to be in any of their threatening that I didn't pay them rent money. The reason I don't pay them is because the Social Security Administration fell through. They appointed money to myself, and then they gave me not enough money to live alone. And then Charles Toe, who was living with me, went to the Social Security Administration and told them that he wanted to be the payee for myself. But I'm not, I was the payee for myself when he did that. And they handed over the payee matter to himself and appointed the money in his name. And I saw that he was getting it, and he was paying the rent with the money they had appointed to myself. That's true that I can't live alone that way because I don't trust the Social Security Administration not to just give my money away to somebody else and put me out homeless that way because I'm not taking care of your problems from your point of view. But you don't believe in that I was the payee in the Social Security Administration, that I did have money in my name for myself, but it wasn't enough money. You actually don't afford that. It wasn't enough money another way, that you gave the money away to somebody else who put their name on as a payee for myself. And I don't need a payee. A payee would be for someone who is not old enough to use the banking, like someone between the ages of baby and 18 years old or 14 years old. 18 years old, how old? 15? They're supposed to be done growing their height. 18 years old, and so somebody can bank for themselves, like if they could drive a car. You shouldn't drive until you're 18 years old is what I think, because you shouldn't be growing your height when you're driving a car. So that's how the money should have been in my name all along. And I find the Social Security Administration in contempt that they didn't appoint money in my name until I was in the year 2011. So that would have been, how old was I in 2011? I'm 48 years old now in the year 2025. So they didn't appoint money for me all the way from 1995 until 2011. I find them that far in the wrong, and they don't afford to be that far in the wrong. But why? Because they're not the same people. I'm not even in state of Wisconsin, which is where I was when I was in 1995 year. They would have owned me that they appointed money to my name in the year 1995 and onwards. And they did not. They find that here in Nevada that they were in the wrong that way, that I caught them being in the wrong that way. So they gave the money to Charles Toe, because I don't think he's alive in the year 1995, even though he told everyone he's alive in the year 1958. But I could tell everyone that creation's not alive until the year 1980, and you still believe everybody's birthdays. I can't get through the thick problem you are that you don't have alive the way I'm alive. You don't say things correctly, you don't believe things, and you don't have that your creator. What is that anyway? What's creator 8? It's whoever needs to be down here low. This is a low world. If you need to be down low here, you're creator 8. Yeah, and who am I? I'm not yourself. It's all you know, and you think that is an easy exploitation of somebody who's over you. You think you have all the control because you have very many of you, but that's what's wrong with you. I am one human form. From your point of view, I'm the Godhead, but I hold myself alive as a human being of female genitals, and you don't really acknowledge that about me. You still think that I'm below that, and it goes lower. And if you don't like something about me, it goes lower for me. And if you don't like something else about me, then I have to live a lower life form with myself, because you are just very many of you, and you don't understand what's wrong with that. You're not a whole human being like I can be for myself. And I still have all these problems with you. You can't need to have so many human beings, shunts, that don't believe in the soul. You're not an authority. You're not stronger. You're not confident, because there are very many of you. You have illegal lives of yourself. You don't hold a life without me, and you don't know that is not an authority over me. And if you knew it and you didn't care, that is also not an authority over me. I am what it is to be minimally a human being, and I am the Godhead. You don't want to know me as the Godhead. You don't want to know me as a human being is really far in the wrong. I'm not allowed to call you something to your face lower than a human being. I can say you're a human being to any one of you, and you will acknowledge that. You are from a human being, and you are considering yourself as a human being. But you treat me with your disbelief is not human. It's not human for you to disbelieve in myself. You're below a human being to yourself that way, and I'm not allowed to say that to you, because I can't really make you lower than that, because you don't actually stop your threatening myself.